Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
Who is the man that will risk his life for his brother, man? Punch! Yeah, can you dig it? Who's the captain's walkabout? Who's the I'm all about? Punch! Yeah, can you dig it? This Bam is a bad mother. Shut your mouth. But you know it's Punch, but we can dig it. He's a complicated man, but no one understands him but his woman. A Punch. You already know this is Punch Roll Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Shot himself, aka el adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de bosqueo. Y tu café bustelo. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man. Y'all seen the press conference yesterday out there in Cali, West Coast. Shout out to the West Coast people out there. Shout out to Showtime once again. Shout out to TGB once again. Shout out to PBC once again. Shout out to Steven Espinosa once again. Tom Brown, Al Heyman, a.k.a. Al Hamon, delivering yet another banger, another great fight. David Benavidez, a.k.a. La Bandera Roja, the Mexican monster, the Ecuadorian monster, the Dominican monster, versus the boogeyman, Demetrius Boo-Boo Andrade. Can't wait for the fight, ladies and gentlemen. Can't wait for the fight. Like I told y'all before, man, tell your auntie, tell your granny, tell your sister, tell your cousin to get out the kitchen. It's going to be hot. There's going to be a new chef in town. You don't got to worry about getting in the kitchen for Thanksgiving. Get out the kitchen. Just pull out the forks and spoons and knives, or butter knives. Just sit on the table. There's going to be a chef. There's going to be a chef in a hot kitchen. And that man might be Demetrius Boo-Boo Andrade. That's going to be seasoning and cooking David Benavidez. Woo! Wow. Man. Yeah. All the other way around. We don't know. But I believe the skills and talent of Demetrius Andrade is probably heavier than the David Benavidez. There is advantages that David Benavidez have. We've seen the size. We see maybe going to be rehydrating more than like 10, 15, 20 pounds. We don't know. We know that he's a big boy. Pause. David Benavidez is also fast. David Benavidez is also powerful. David Benavidez also, we saw in the last fight that he could sustain. He got the stamina to sustain a mover like a Caleb Plant. But I need people to stop trying to compare Caleb Plant to Demetrius Boo-Boo Andrade. Two different type of fighters. I don't understand why people keep on comparing Caleb Plant and Demetrius Boo-Boo Andrade. Demetrius Andrade is a southpaw, 6 feet. Awkward. Caleb Plant is not awkward. Caleb Plant is traditional. He throws the jab. He throws the 1-2. He's really not unpredictable. He is what he is. He's just a traditional good boxer. Demetrius Boo-Boo Andrade is awkward. Throw shots from different type of angles. Could switch from southpaw to orthodox. You know what I'm saying? Got the footwork. Got the intangibles. Throw a jab. Never gets on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, who did the stats? Demetrius Boo-Boo Andrade is number 1 in the sport of boxing that get hit the less. Number one. Demetrius Boo-Boo Andrade is number 1 statistically in the sport of boxing that get hits the less per rounds. If anybody does their education, everybody got an eye for talent, everybody got an eye for boxing, and you do your studies, not going off other boxing content creators, not going off the same old robotic narrative. Who has Demetrius Andrade fight, though? Look at his resume, though. Why he ain't fight Parker, though? Why he ain't fight Genovic, though? Why he ain't fight Lara? Though, why he ain't fight circuit go though? Same old narrative, same old pushes. Same old gullible followers, the same old gullible subscribe to the damn stupid ass narrative. What you need to be asking is why those champions didn't want to unify with Demetrius Andrade. Why didn't the Canelo Alvarez wanted to become undisputed in the 160 when there was supposed to be Andrade and Canelo though? Why didn't Charlo said that he's blackballing Demetrius Andrade to unify the titles in middleweight though? Why you ain't say when Demetrius Andrade stepped up to Triple G after the Steve Rose fight and got in the ring and told Triple G, let's get it on, let's fight next to unify the titles, the best fight, the best. And Triple G shook Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade's hand, and then in the post conference said that he got other things to do though. Oh, it's easy to just say you ain't fight nobody. I ain't gonna look, I'm gonna give an example. I ain't gonna tell you can't make this shorty come, because the shorty ain't give you an opportunity. Let the shorty give you an opportunity so you can think of the thing, boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then you could say, look, yo, this guy's, you know what I'm saying? He can't F this chick. This chick, he did. The chick said that you can't make her come. You ain't good in bed and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't getting the opportunity, she can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it's all about opportunity in the sport of boxing. It's all about the opportunity in the sport of boxing. And I believe that a lot of y'all have been giving a lot of passes to several fighters. Kevin Effect in the building. What's good, Kevin Effect? Kevin Effect in the building. Christian Padilla, one of the members of Punch of the Drunken Boxing. If you want to become a member of Punch Drunk Boxing, you already know, smash the link. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. Punch, El Pastor de Boxeo. Boo Boo looks confident, very confident. Kevin Effect. Both of the fighters look very confident. Very, very confident. They're doing what many haters and many detractors and hecklers said they wanted them to do. It's like I said the other day, Canelo Alvarez stated in when he was in camp several camps ago, he said, why these guys don't fight each other? Why do I have to do everything? Why these guys don't fight each other? You remember after the what was the Triple G fight, right? Was it the Triple G fight? I don't know, it was after the Triple G fight or the John Ryder fight or the before fight. Now, I think it was after the Triple G fight. And Sean from Fight Hype asked him about David Benavidez, and Canelo Alvarez said, "Come on, man, don't disrespect me. Look at my resume. Look how I fought. He only fought Anthony Darrell. He only fought one good fighter. He only go fight one good fighter. All right, these guys." Because I see it, I read it. I'm a Twitter head, I'm a YouTube head. You feel me? I'm in the boxing community. I read it, I see it, so I know what I'm talking about. I know the energy, I know the supporters, I know the haters, I know the detractors, I know the trolls, I know it all. It's Pastor right here talking. It's Pastor. And people are saying, why these guys don't fight each other. That's what they're doing, right? Is that what they're doing? Correct? They're fighting each other. And there's still going to be haters out there. But check out the poll, ladies and gentlemen. If the winner, whichever the winner is, Demetrius Andrade or David Benavidez, I say is going to be the favorite to beat Canelo Alvarez. I say is going to beat the favorite. The betting odds is going to put the winner of this fight, the favorite to beat Canelo Alvarez. That's what I put the poll. Let me see the poll. Let me see what the poll is at right now. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. They said no, Canelo will still be the favorite. 79% said no, Canelo will still be the favorite. Yet Canelo Alvarez actually said that this fight is a 50-50 fight. And he said that the Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez wasn't a 50-50 fight. That was actually that David Benavidez was too strong and too fast for Caleb Plant. But Canelo Alvarez knows. See, this is what I've been trying to tell y'all folks for the longest. But since, you know what I'm saying, look, I understand this community. I understand. I'm in the same community because I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan. So I'm part of the Canelo Alvarez community. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that whoever is a potential opponent for Canelo Alvarez, the Canelo Alvarez fans hate them. They will hate. So if you attach Boo Boo's name to Canelo Alvarez, is a powerful fan base and a large fan base that's going to shame you, troll you, talk ish about you. And the Demetrius Andrade fan base cannot debunk a a large fan base like the Canelo Alvarez fan base, whether it's conservative conservative Canelo Alvarez fan base or the fanboys. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. Every fighter, every high class fighter, elite fighter, cash cow fighter has their good fans that's very logical and could hold their favorite fighter accountable at times. But then there's other people like the Pac Tarts with Manny Pacquiao, like the Flomos with Flo Mayweather, like what they say the heterosexuals with the Earl of True Spits, like the buddies of Bud Crawford, like the Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their fanboy that really doesn't want to make sense when it comes to the sport of boxing, right? So they hate David Benavidez. I'm saying I'm gonna give you the difference between the fanboys. The fanboys will go all the way to shame David Benavidez and actually call him that he's not a real Mexican. But if it's David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade, how much you want to bet that they're gonna be proud of David Benavidez as a Mexican fighter? It's almost like the Oscar de la Hoya dilemma. Oscar de la Hoya represent the Mexican American and stuff like that. Whoever he fought, the Mexican people was out there supporting Oscar de la Hoya. The Americans, the Mexican, the Mexicano, the Chicanos, or whatever you want to call it, was supporting. But as soon as Oscar de la Hoya step inside a ring with a Julio Cesar Chavez, ooh, that's the divide. Ooh, he's not really Mexican. Ooh, then when it comes to Fernando Vargas fight, ooh, he's not really Mexican. Ooh, because Julio Cesar Chavez was in the camp with Fernando Vargas and actually came out with Fernando Vargas with a Mexican. They looked at Fernando Vargas more of a Mexican than Oscar de la Hoya. So even when people talk about race in the YTBC, but it's also within the same race, within the Latino, within even the Mexicans, we have seen the divide as well. So, if whoever want to cater to whatever narrative, right? Tip Bailey's in the building. What's good, man? Eric in the building. What's good, man? True Tip Bailey's. Look, whether people like it or not, this is the battle. The Mexican Monster versus the Boogeyman. This is the battle of two undefeated fighters. Two good style fighters, smart fighters. IQ, one is young and hungry. The other one is 35 years old. But if you know boxing, Demetrius Andrade is still young at 35. Why? Because he hasn't gone through wear and tears. He hasn't been in a war. So there is no wear and tear. It's almost like Bud Crawford, right? Bud Crawford is 36 years old, but Bud Crawford never been in wear and tear, and that's why he's so sharp, and that's why he's so good. He's still good. You can still see Bud Crawford as the number one pound for pound. Like there is no type of slowing down because he hasn't been in the war. He's older than Demetrius Andrade, right? So it has for people that's always saying, well, Demetrius Andrade is 35 years old. Demetrius Andrade is 35 years old. Yeah, but he haven't gone in the war. A 35-year-old for when let me give you an example. When Julio Cesar Chavez was 35, 36 years old, you could see the slowdown. You could see. He's been in wars with the Frankie Randalls of the world. He's been in the Pernell Whitakers of the world, with the Oscar de la Hoyas of the world and stuff like that. So you see there was a slowdown. Oscar de la Hoya himself. Look at Oscar de la Hoya at the age of 33 and 35. How did Oscar de la Hoya look like a shell of himself? But look at he was with Julio Cesar Chavez, with the Pernell Whitakers, with the Shane Mosley, with the I Cortez of the world and stuff like that. So you got to understand why he looked the way that he looked, right? What's good? What's good, Mr. Chop Top in the building? What's good, man, brother? The Realest Boxing Channel on YouTube. You already know, man. Good looking out for the support, man. I appreciate the word. I appreciate the word. So over here in Punch Drunk Boxing, we're going to break it down unbiased, logically, and objectively. This is David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade, two fighters that's also arguably been avoided by Canelo Alvarez himself, Canelo Alvarez camp, Canelo Alvarez management team. However you want to cut it or slice it, these two guys have been avoided by the other side. Now, this is boxing. Let me just make myself clear, okay? We could all have fun and games. We could throw jokes and stuff like that. No fighter that has been molded, built to fight is scared of another fighter in that respective division. These guys know everything about fair fights, right? These fighters are not like us. You know what I'm saying? Unless if you was a fighter and you just retire, or you was an amateur, you fought in the Golden Gloves, Nationals, or whatever you want to call it, right? Don't compare your statistical fortitude or your balls to them. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. This is who they are. This is how they feed their family. They feed their family with their bare hands. They fight for their family. This is what their occupation is, right? Nobody is really scared of nobody. In the sport of boxing, what people are afraid of is losing stock. What people are afraid of in the sport of boxing is losing out in the investment. So does Canelo Alvarez, the Canelo Alvarez team really wanted Canelo Alvarez in the ring with Demetrius Andrade in 160 or 154? No. Because why? Because they have to protect their investment. Canelo Alvarez is willing to fight everybody. Let me tell you like this. I think that Gervonta Tank Davis really will fight anybody. But is their team ready to lose out in the investment? Because boxing is boxing. Boxing, one loss will take you to here, all the way drop it to the ground until they have to rebuild you up. The 4 or 5 years that they've been building you up and putting money and putting up on you to build you up could end in one night, could end in one round, couple of seconds, 36 minutes. It could end right there. The thousands and thousands of dollars that they invest on one fighter. I'm gonna tell you, and I said it again in the last live show, I don't think y'all understand the business of boxing and how they build fighters. Think about it. If Canelo Alvarez had 30 plus fights, and that's when he really started to be Canelo Alvarez, or the beginning of the Canelo Alvarez phenomenon, right? Think about those first 30 fights. How much you think was invested in Canelo Alvarez? How much you think Boots Ennis right now, Boots Ennis, shout out to Boots Ennis, Philadelphia, one of the phenom in the welterweight division. He got 30 fights, hasn't had a big fight. How much you think, how much money you think already been pumped in for Boots Ennis? How much money you think? It's already well over $1 million by now. 30 fights, thousands of dollars, paying their opponents, paying the flight, paying the stipends each month, the bonuses and stuff like that. At 30 fights, how much you think? So you think people are saying, oh, Boots should fight Earl Spence, or Boots should fight. Do you really think that the management want that fight right now? You don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade is not only a fight in the super middleweight division. I believe that it's the best fight in the super middleweight division outside of any Canelo Alvarez fight versus them versus a Benavidez or a Boo Boo. Is the battle of the two fighters that has been avoided the most, maybe. I'm going to say David Benavidez recently, and I feel like Demetrius Andrade has been avoided the most ever since the 154, when Canelo Alvarez was in mandatory position to face Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade for the WBO strap, but they chose to fight Kirkland. These are the facts. It's not in it. And Canelo Alvarez has done great things. I'm gonna tell you like this. One thing about Canelo Alvarez is the reason why Canelo Alvarez can't be shamed like others will shame him, which I believe is unfair, right? The reason why you can't shame him is because he trade whatever fight that you may want at the time. He quickly gives you a legacy fight. I wanted to see at 154. I did wanted to see. There was only two champions. It was Floyd Mayweather and Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade at the time. Canelo Alvarez was the number one mandatory position for Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, and like I said, he went to fight Kirkland. But right after Kirkland, it led up to a Cotto fight, which is another legacy fight. Cotto, a Hall of Famer, as we all know it, one of the best that did it in the past era. So you couldn't get mad or shame Canelo Alvarez for going up to the middleweight division and actually fight Cotto. You know, that's a good trade-off. Are you going to fight Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade? Excuse me. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, you're going to fight Cotto. If I was in that same position, I will fight Cotto. You know what I'm saying? It's almost the same position that Keith Thurman was in when he needed to choose Earl Spence, Bud Crawford, or Manny Pacquiao. Who you going to choose? Of course, Manny Pacquiao. He's a legend. Is like a dream come true type of fight. You probably get more credit at that particular time for that fight, in which Canelo Alvarez have stated that was his favorite fight, right? Then we move on to the 160-pound division, in which we all know we needed to see the undisputed, right? between Demetrius Andrade versus Canelo Alvarez. For the people that's saying no, 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 they not real boxing fans, because we all know even if when Naoya Uwe had 3 belts, he needed 1 more. We wanted to see him fight Paul Butler, or before Paul Butler, John Rio Casimero that had the strap. We need to see who is the best flat out to become undisputed. Naoya Uwe did that. The primary fight in the sport of boxing that we wanted to see was Bud Crawford versus Earl the True Spence for undisputed. Earl Spence got 3 belts. Bud Crawford had 1 belt, and that's what we wanted to see. In the light heavyweight division, the primary fight is Beterbiev versus Bivol. Why? Because one guy has 3 belts and the other guy has 1. So we want to see the undisputed. When it was in the middleweight division, Canelo Alvarez had 3 belts. Demetrius Andrade had 1. So what was the outcry? Why wasn't there an outcry for that fight? Why wasn't Canelo Alvarez more accountable for not having the undisputed bout versus Demetrius Andrade? Everybody else is held accountable. And let me tell you like this, the reason why maybe the Canelo Alvarez didn't get shamed, because once again, Canelo Alvarez, he picked the legacy, he avoided the legacy fight, or his team, however you want to cut it and slice it, they avoided the legacy fight and still finalize another legacy fight and moving up to the 175 to face Kovalev, in which he became a 3-division world champion, daring to be great. So, okay, you could be mad. I was upset, to be honest. I wanted to see the middleweight undisputed champion of the world. But then I'm like, you can't really get mad at Canelo, because Canelo fought Cove. Like it's a legacy trade-off for another legacy. You know what I'm saying? And eventually later on, Canelo Alvarez became undisputed. In my opinion, if he would have fought Demetrius Andrade, and if he would have beat Demetrius Andrade at this point of his career, at the age of probably 29 or 30, Canelo Alvarez would have been the first male 2-division undisputed, and it would have never been no Terrence. It would have never been the Terrence Crawford. So I will see people. I'm like this. My favorite fighter, I always want my favorite fighter to fight the best fights. I notice in this community that a lot of people protect their favorite fighter from fighting the best fight. I don't understand that. I never understood that. We're fight fans. In the end of the day, I want to know that who I vouch for and who I praise and celebrate within the boxing. Not praise, we only praise the God. But you understand what I'm trying to say. I want to see my favorite fighter versus the best. I see there's a lot of fanboys of Canelo Alvarez. I'm not talking about the whole Canelo Alvarez fans, because I am a Canelo Alvarez fan, but there is a sector of the fanboys that spoil it for a lot of people, just like they did for Wilder, just like the Flomos, just like the Pactars, just like the Spence fan and the Bud fans that saying that Bud could fight Canelo Alvarez and beat Canelo Alvarez. See, those are the crazy ones. Every fighter got their crazy little fan base, right? So we supposed to be like, nah, man, we want Canelo Alvarez to become undisputed. I'm a Demetrius Andrade fan as well. I wanted him to fight Canelo Alvarez to have the opportunity to become undisputed. I'm a Teofimo Lopez fan. Y'all know that. I want Teofimo Lopez, what I've been saying since day one. I want Lomachenko. I want Josh Taylor. Look what I'm asking Teofimo Lopez. I'm asking another one of my favorite fighters. I want Teofimo Lopez to fight Bud Crawford. See, I'm not protecting Teo. I want Teo to fight Bud Crawford. I want Teo to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. I want Teo to fight Ryan Garcia, the Super Bowl, also, so he could get that type of bag. But I want, if y'all seen my latest tweet, I want, and my videos, the today's Sugar Ray Leonard versus Roberto Duran, Teofimo Lopez versus Bud Crawford. Now, there's people that be like, nah, Punch, you crazy. Nah, Punch, you crazy. But I want my favorite fighter to face the best. I'm not protecting Teo. You see, I'm not protecting Demetrius Andrade. I'm not protecting Canelo Alvarez. When Canelo Alvarez lost to Demetrius Bivol, if y'all follow the channel, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, smash the like button. I said that Canelo Alvarez is an all-time great. He's great enough to go back to the drawing board. I don't want Canelo Alvarez to face Triple G, the trilogy. He's going to beat that. That's too easy. I don't want Canelo Alvarez to face John Ryder. Nah, es un pelagato. I said I would rather the Canelo Alvarez go back to the drawing board and get his get back versus Bivol. And I even said that I believe that Canelo Alvarez will beat Bivol. See, other people was protecting Canelo Alvarez, the fanboys, but Canelo Alvarez is small. He dare to be great. And I'm another I'm the other side of Canelo Alvarez fan, the real ones, be like, yo, but Canelo Alvarez already beat Kovalev. We never mentioned his height. We never cared about his height. So when he loses, we mention his height. So there is a divide with the Canelo Alvarez fan base as well. The delusional ones, the protectors, the secret services, the Kevin Costner trying to say Whitney Houston and stuff like that. Those are another Canelo Alvarez fan base that they be around here in the YTBC and YouTube, only debunking narratives, but not really watching boxing or really talking about boxing. They're just protecting narratives, debunking narratives around here. That's what it is. If he beats Bivol in a rematch, but he would definitely do better. Hey, but you know what? I believe in Canelo Alvarez that he could actually beat Bivol. You know? And even in this sense, let's say, for example, Deontay Wilder fanboys. We all know how delusional they are, right? But at least with the Deontay Wilder delusional fanboys, I think they got more heart than the Canelo Alvarez fanboys. Because with the Canelo Alvarez fanboys, y'all keep Canelo Alvarez fighting the best fight. Y'all try to talk y'all way, or y'all try to talk Canelo away from David Benavidez, away from Demetrius Andrade. You guys fight each other and stop begging. Fight each other. Wow, the delusional Wilder fans actually wanted Deontay Wilder to get back in the ring with Tyson Fury. You understand? At least the delusional Wilder fan does have more heart than the fanboys of Canelo Alvarez. Because with Canelo Alvarez, you don't want him to fight David Benavidez. You don't want him to fight Demetrius Andrade. You want those other guys to fight each other, leave Canelo Alvarez alone, and then the fanboys want to justify that a good fight between him and John Ryder is a good fight. And John Ryder, he was in mandatory precision. So what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez is fighting is mandatory. No, it wasn't a mandatory. He never got ordered. Never got ordered. That fight never got ordered. But you try to convince yourself, no. And then with the Jermell Charlo and stuff like that, well, Canelo Alvarez is really small. And Canelo Alvarez, because the thing is, you wanted to justify. See, I always liked the fight because I'm a fan of Canelo and a fan of Jermell Charlo. But I ain't come up with stupid things like, but he's small and he's like 154 and is the toughest fight for Canelo Alvarez. And y'all was trying to but in the same token, remember, I was on my brother's Rap Store Boxing Knowledge channel, and I was talking to Jose Benavidez Senior, and I was basically putting it. I'm telling him, why y'all don't petition for Canelo Alvarez? You're asking for Canelo Alvarez. Have y'all petitioned the WBC the way that we keep the same energy with everybody else? Have you petitioned? Matter of fact, I'm going to see that what y'all send Canelo Alvarez a contract. I don't know about that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it my due diligence for the community and for the subscribers and the followers. I'm going to ask the right questions to get the right answers. I went to the press conference to Terrence Book Crawford and Earl the True Spence, and I said, you know what? I want to see Steven Espinoza, Showtime's president, and I'm going to ask him directly, in which there's a video out there in the interview y'all see. I want to really see, did y'all really offer Canelo Alvarez $50 million, David Benavidez side, offer him $50 million, and he did, and he denied? What did Steven Espinoza say? Yes, it was backed up by Showtime and PBC. Whether people like it or not, Canelo Alvarez avoided David Benavidez to fight Jermell Charlo. Those are the facts. Those are the facts of the people that Canelo Alvarez signed to in PBC, Showtime, right? So those are the facts. I did the interview. Y'all could go check it out. It's not my words. I'm not saying it. I'm saying what was facts. I asked the right question. I got the right answer. They offer Canelo Alvarez $50 million. David Benavidez side, $50 million guaranteed, backed up by Showtime. And no. What did we get? Jermell Charlo, right? And Canelo Alvarez. And people was mad about the fight. But let's be real. Let's be honest. Canelo Alvarez also stated that he could do whatever he want to do. So if he could do whatever he want to do, he's the one that chose Jermell Charlo. How do I know? Let's go check out Let's go check out. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see if I could give y'all the sound bite.
Depends the fighter. Like right now, I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want.
Canelo Alvarez said in the recent interview prior to the Jamel Charlo fight, he said, "I could do whatever I want." He was talking about in reference to he was talking about Ryan Garcia's contract, right? And he said that he tried to guide Ryan Garcia with the Golden Boy situation and stuff like that. And he was trying to say that he's in best position with his contract, that Canelo Alvarez could do whatever he wants. So if Canelo Alvarez can actually do whatever he wants, then why hasn't he wanted to fight a David Benavidez? Why hasn't he wanted to pick a Demetrius Andrade? Cool. In the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez have done enough. Canelo Alvarez can retire right now, become a first ballot Hall of Famer and stuff like that. He still got the belts. He still got responsibilities. Canelo Alvarez is King Nello, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nello, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. Get the fuck out of here, man. But to hold accountable, if y'all didn't like the Jamel Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez, and y'all felt that it was a mismatch, and y'all felt that it was entertaining, and y'all felt y'all was mad at Jamel Charlo, don't blame everything on Jamel Charlo. Blame it that this is the fight that Canelo Alvarez promotion presented. Canelo Alvarez promotion presents. PBC decided to fight. How? Let me show you the banner, folks. You're never going to see it like this. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me give it to y'all right here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, folks. Read the headlines. Canelo Promotion presents Premier Boxing Channel pay-per-view. That was, if y'all don't know, the business of boxing, people in the business of boxing understand this. That show that we seen the pay-per-view, the heavy promoter was Canelo Alvarez. This was Canelo Alvarez show presenting PBC. Y'all never seen a banner like that. Y'all never seen it present like this. It's PBC presents da-da-da-da-da. This time around, it was actually Canelo Alvarez promotion presents PBC and the fight. Canelo Alvarez had a lot of power for the fight with Jamel Charlo. Canelo Alvarez chose Jamel Charlo rather than choosing David Benavidez. But regardless, November 25th, we are getting David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. And if he has to carve his own legacy, I love it. If Benavidez needs to carve his own legacy, I love it. If Demetrius Andrade has to go through David Benavidez, I still love it. In the end of the day, I'm respecting each and everybody's, road to how they want their careers to be. Because in the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez is a first ballot Hall of Famer with or without Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez. Those are the facts as well. The top dog is always going to be avoided by somebody because he's the top dog and everybody wants him. The top dog, if you especially are undisputed, you're always going to avoid somebody, unfortunately, because everybody is gunning for you. So if he picks Demetrius Andrade, if he would have picked Demetrius Andrade, y'all would have said that he was ducking David Benavidez. If he would have picked Jamel Charlo, y'all would have said that he was ducking David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade. If he would have picked David Benavidez, y'all would have said that he probably ducking Bivol. If he would have picked Bivol, y'all would have said he's ducking David Benavidez. If y'all would have picked Beterbiev, y'all would have said that he's ducking Bivol. If he picked Batman, y'all would have said he's ducking the Joker. If he picked Superman, y'all would have said that he's ducking Batman. If he picked Iron Man, you would have said that he's ducking Captain America. If he picked the Hulk, you said he's gonna be ducking Black Widow. If he picked David, y'all would have said that he's ducking Goliath. If he would have picked Goliath, y'all said he's ducking David. If we would have picked God, y'all would have said that he was ducking the devil. If he would have picked the devil, y'all said he was ducking God. If you would have picked Jesus Christ, you were saying that he's ducking Buddha or Muhammad. It is what it is. Canelo Alvarez is always going to get some type of scrutinized, whatever he pick, whatever he does, because he's the top dog. The same thing they did to Floyd Mayweather, right? He picked somebody, he picked Andre Berto, they say he's ducking Keith Thurman. Then after that, they saying, well, you ducking Triple G. They say you ducking Margarito. They say you ducking Paul Williams. When you the top dog, you only could fight one person at a time, right? So this is going to be a great fight. Smash the like button now. Canelo definitely ducked them boys, but he has nowhere to run now. Content Count says Canelo got to fight everyone on the same night. And then they're going to be like, if he fights everybody on the same night that he gains, if he fight every human, they're going to be like, why you ain't fight every animal though? Why you ain't fight a horse and a camel and a hyena and a lion? Why you ain't fight that though? And if he fights all of them, the lion, y'all gonna say why he ain't fight the tiger though? You know what I'm saying? But in the end of the day, that's a blessing. Now, it's a blessing to have a career where you have opportunities, just like in life. The best thing in life, right? Regardless if you're a fighter or not, is opportunity, right? That's the best thing in life. There's a lot of people out there that don't have the opportunity. There's a lot of people out there. I'm gonna tell you like this, like the rich kids, right? The rich kids, you could be in a part. You know who the rich kids. They go all out. They could fuck up, but then if they fuck up, they go back into their rich home. They got mommy and daddy. There's some of us that, hey, our parents was never well off. Hey, there's people out there, in the hood. Your mother and your father's already asking you for money at the age of 14. Ponga la renta, dame dinero para la renta también. ¿Ah? Dame dinero para la renta, tú estás trabajando. You have a little job in the supermarket that pays you like $150 a week, and your mother wants a little something, pero dame 20 pesos, dame 50 pesos para la renta, para la luz. At 14, 15, you're already putting in work for your mom, your parents' bills and shit like that. There is no rooms to F up. It's either you don't get it together or you homeless. Right? Either you don't get it together or you homeless. And for Canelo Alvarez, it's just like that. Canelo Alvarez could lose to Bivol, but he still has a career and he still want everybody to call him out. If Demetrius Andrade loses to David Benavidez, what does he have? If David Benavidez loses to Demetrius Andrade, what does he really have? It's almost like Fundora. Fundora was on the come up. Everybody was talking about Fundora. There was people that was saying, yo, Fundora could beat Jamel Charlo. Earl Spence don't want to move up to fight Fundora. Fundora's getting knocked out by Mendoza. Anybody talking about Fundora? Is anybody talking about Fundora? All that money invested to Fundora. All that money. Nobody talks about him anymore. And this is what I'm saying about the business of boxing. Are the fighters afraid of another fighter? No. The business is afraid to lose out in the investment. They can't afford, at the time, for Demetrius Andrade to beat Canelo. They could afford Mayweather beating Canelo. They could afford that because Mayweather is Mayweather. You're not going to drop on the face of the earth by losing to Mayweather. But to lose to Demetrius Andrade, that's a hit. That's a hit that Canelo Alvarez team and his fans can't take. Losing to Demetrius Andrade will question the greatness of Canelo Alvarez because most of Canelo Alvarez fans do not respect Demetrius Booba Andrade. It's easier for Canelo Alvarez to lose to David Benavidez because there's a trade-off. You lose to David Benavidez. Well, Jackie Hernandez in the building. Jackie! It's easy for Canelo Alvarez. It's easier for the fans to lose to David Benavidez because then he's a Mexican fighter. There's a trade-off. There's the passing of the torch. David Benavidez con la bandera roja is going to represent Mexico. So you don't lose as a real community. You don't lose as a fan base. You're just going to adopt that fan base. You're just going to adopt that fighter, including into the fan base. There is no losing there. There is no losing to Oscar de la Hoya and Julio Cesar Chavez. You just got you got the golden boy. But Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade losing. And, well, Canelo Alvarez losing to Bivol. Look at the narrative. Well, Canelo Alvarez there to be great. We all know that he was a smaller guy, blah, 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 and that's it. And Canelo Alvarez didn't get demoralized. But Canelo losing to Demetrius Andrade hurts the soul, the heart of the fans, in which you are going to question Canelo Alvarez's greatness. Sometimes you protect you. Sometimes there's a fan base that act like they really confident, but they not really confident. That's why they never wanted a Demetrius Andrade, because he don't deserve it. He don't deserve it. He don't deserve it. He don't deserve it. He beats Demetrius. So that means that Canelo Alvarez didn't deserve to be undisputed at middleweight division. No, Canelo Alvarez, Demetrius Andrade don't deserve it. Demetrius Andrade don't deserve the fight with Canelo. That means that Canelo Alvarez didn't deserve the opportunity to become an undisputed in the middleweight division? The contradiction. The contradiction. Demeanor David, Rigo in the building. What's good, man? Jay Santana in the building. Bernice in the building. What's good? Let me see what the post say. The post says 65% no, Canelo will still be the favorite. 14% says yes, but only if Benavidez wins. Yes, if Andrade. I don't even think that people understand the question. I don't even see even yes, but only if Andrade wins 4%. But yes, only if David Benavidez wins. You're telling me if Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade knocks out David Benavidez, and then we go to Cinco de Mayo, y'all really gonna say, oh no, Canelo Alvarez is still gonna be the favorite to beat Demetrius Andrade? Stop lying. Why y'all lying even on the poll? Why y'all lying even on the poll? Y'all lying. Y'all lying. Y'all lying. If Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade knocks out David Benavidez, you think in the betting lines that Canelo Alvarez is still going to be the favorite after he knocks out the Mexican monster? Stop it. Stop it, guys. Even the hate on a simple poll, you can see the hate. They get 4%. They just don't want to pick anything that has to do with Demetrius Andrade. Look, folks, I want you to channel your hate, because if the day comes that Demetrius Andrade fights Canelo Alvarez, and if he beats Canelo Alvarez, I'm telling y'all, folks, there's gonna be people that's gonna throw themselves outside the roof, out the roof, off the cliff, off the bridge. You're going to see a fan base that's going to be triple time worse than when the fan base of Deontay Wilder when he lost. I want y'all to channel your hate and relax. Relax. If Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade knocks out David Benavidez, going into Cinco de Mayo, the betting lines is going to have him as the favorite. I will bet that against anybody. That the bet. I'm not saying that Demetrius Andrade is going to be the favorite to win. I'm saying, look at the question, that in the betting lines, he's going to be the favorite. Would it be a 50-50 fight? Stylistically, technically wise? Yeah, it's a 50-50 fight. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade have said it on this channel that him and Canelo is a 50-50 fight. He doesn't say like, oh, yo, that Canelo Alvarez ain't shit and I'm going to knock the F out of him and stuff like that. He's a realist himself, right? But on the betting lines, if Demetrius Andrade knocks out David Benavidez, you think that this is just a regular fighter that's going to step up to Canelo Alvarez on Cinco de Mayo? Okay. Look at what all the things that Errol Spence done at welterweight. He was still the underdog versus Bud Crawford. Performance-wise count. Now, remember, he's the underdog versus David Benavidez. David Benavidez knocks out Demetrius Andrade. I think on the betting lines, and for a lot of people that I hear analyzing the fight and breaking down the fight, that's more of a pick, more of a trendier pick than the other way around, correct? Locke said he's not KOing Benavidez. We don't know in boxing, bro. That's the thing. We don't know. We think we know. He's not KO Benavidez. How do you know? How do we know? How do I know that David Benavidez is not gonna KO Andre? How do I know that Andre is not gonna KO Benavidez? How did I know that Mike Tyson will lose? How did we all thought that Mike Tyson was gonna lose to Buster Douglas? We don't know. Did you think after the Lomachenko fight that Teofimo Lopez is gonna lose to Camboso? Let's stop. Let's analyze. That's why I say let's analyze it technically wise. What this guy possessed that is good and great, and what the other guy possessed, and how can David Benavidez neutralize Demetrius Andrade? Is he going to neutralize him with the jab? Is he going to neutralize him with his pressure? Is he going to be a better counter puncher than Demetrius Andrade? Is his defense good enough not to get hit by Demetrius Andrade? Is Demetrius Andrade power going to gain the respect of David Benavidez? And then let's just cut down and let's talk about the technical side, because I'm gonna say it like this: when you break down a fight technically wise and take out the feelings that you may have for a particular fighter, whether you like him or not, you're gonna come out with a more logical sense of how this fight could happen, right? Have we seen David Benavidez been dropped by a lesser puncher? Yes. Have we seen Demetrius Andrade get dropped in his career? Yes, we've seen it. There's some vulnerabilities, but also, like I said at the beginning of the show, stat-wise, Demetrius Andrade is the less hit fighter per round. He's number 1 in the sport of boxing. He gets hit the less in boxing. That means his defense, he's probably got the best defense in boxing. I understand y'all might not like Demetrius Andrade and whatever like that. These are the facts. He got the best defense in boxing. He gets hurt the least in boxing. Now, David Benavidez is the most accurate landing punches per round. So he's accurate. He's accurate. Let me give you the stats right here. Hold on. Let me give you the stats right here. Give me 1 second. Let me give you the stats right here. Give me hold on. Give me 1 second. Y'all can listen to it for yourself, because this guy does the stats. Don't tell me I took it out. Man. Sheesh. Hold on. Let me see if I got it right here. Let me see. Okay. Hold on. Why is not?
Accurate puncher versus one of the. David Benavidez lands 39% of his total punches. That leads all of boxing. Demetrius Andrade only gets hit with 5.4 punches per round. That's number 1 in boxing. So we got the most accurate puncher versus one of the best defenders when it comes to punches landed on him per round. David Benavidez lands 39% of it.
Listen to the statistics. Listen to the statistics.
David Benavidez lands 39% of his total punches. That leads all of boxing. Demetrius Andrade only gets hit with 5.4 punches per round. That's number 1 in boxing. So we got the most accurate puncher versus one of the best defenders when it comes to punches landed on him per round. David Benavidez
now, have we seen a fight like this before? When the guy is arguably the best, lands the most punches, the most high volume puncher, and in boxing was Manny Pacquiao. The best defender was Floyd Mayweather. Who won that fight? And that's just to set an example of what the statistics of this fight could be. Could be. I'm not saying that David Benavidez is Manny Pacquiao, and I'm not saying that Floyd Mayweather is Demetrius Andrade. What I'm saying is This is that type of fight, technically wise. The guy that throws high volume punches, is fast and stuff like that. That not necessarily beats the guy with the best defense in boxing. The same thing was right. And how a lot of people felt so hyped. I hope it's not a boring fight like a Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. I hope it's not a boring fight, right? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how powerful you are, how much you punch, how much you land versus somebody else that is a stationary target. We all know Demetrius Andrade is not a stationary target, right? We all know that. So let's break it down really stylistically, technically wise. Let's be real about it. Forget about the feelings. Forget about, well, Demetrius Andrade haven't fought nobody. Well, David Benavidez only beat Caleb Plant and Canelo beat Caleb Plant. So what the fuck did Benavidez did? Jackie! Con los 5 pesos! Said, I bet you and Demetrius Andrade have a good friendship because the stuff he was saying at his press conference sound like some shit you was. Hey, Jackie! You know what's funny? If you know, you know. We had the combos before the press conference, but yeah, I'm laughing because I know it's true. It's true. You highly accurate, Jackie. you highly accurate though. To be honest, you highly accurate. But to be honest, I think we talk way more beyond boxing and stuff like that. Like, yo, he got a chip on his shoulder. He got a chip on his shoulder. Everybody around him, yo, if you ask his demeanor right now, he's seeing red right now, and not only because of the boxing, it's also what has happened, you know, outside of the ring. You know, couple heartbreaks with, you know what I'm saying, mom, brother, and stuff like that. Demetrius Andrade is really on a rampage. He really seeing red right now. And I can't say nothing. I can't really say nothing about David Benavidez. Maybe David Benavidez is also seeing the same thing. Maybe David Benavidez is going through some stuff that he wants to prove a point. And looking at the confidence of David Benavidez is highly confident. And it seems like these other videos that they put out on him was probably a little bit old because David Benavidez looked in shape. If y'all seen the video where they and thank you Jackie Hernandez, appreciate that. Appreciate the super chat. If you see them doing the green screen, you know what I'm saying, the promo, how they're gonna promote the fight and stuff like that. David Benavidez is in shape. All that little belly, that people saw in training, that's probably a month old video because he looks in shape. Y'all seen Demetrius Andrade, he's been in shape. Like he a monster right now. Both of these guys, I think they're gonna come out ready, willing, and able to really perform. I think, in my opinion, David Benavidez is one of the most exciting fighters in the sport of boxing. I think I think Demetrius Andrade has gotten a rap about being a boring fighter. I think that's just hate. Ain't nothing boring about breaking the jaw to Jason Quigley. Ain't nothing boring about somebody knocking somebody out in the second round, right? It's nothing boring about that Demetrius Andrade actually knocks down almost every opponent, right? Let's be real, let's be honest, though. Let's be honest. Because, you know, it's about the narrative, right? Right? They say that Demetrius Andrade is boring, yet he hurts all his opponents. Let's be real, let's be honest. Canelo Alvarez's last 4 fights has it been exciting? Canelo Alvarez have dropped his opponent as well, but was the Jermell Charlo fight exciting? Was the Triple G fight exciting? Even the Bivol fight, was that exciting? The John Ryder fight was a little bit exciting. It was really unexpected. It was John Ryder and stuff like that, but he couldn't get him out. He couldn't get John Ryder out. He couldn't get a Jermell Charlo out. Is Canelo Alvarez an exciting fighter? He's exciting to me. But looking at how people gauge excitement and stuff like that, is his fight be like, wow, I got to see it again? No, right? So I think, man, look, I think that I won't ask for a fighter to do something he can't do over time, right? I give you an example. I've been saying to Devin Haney, come on, man, you got to put a hurt on somebody. Come on, you gotta outperform your contemporaries. I understood. Now I understood, you know what? I seen that Devin Haney try. I seen Devin Haney tries versus George Kambosos the second fight. I seen him try sitting down on his punches versus Lomachenko. He just can't push Lomachenko. He could have pushed Lomachenko back or hurt Lomachenko. So you know what? He's 25 years old, going to be 26. I already said to myself, now, okay, I seen Devin Haney try. He's just not that fighter. He's just not it. I don't expect him to be something different because I already see at this age, if you don't have it then, if you don't have it now, if you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. Ooh, if you don't love me by now, but I'm just changing the words. I ain't gonna ask. He's just not my type of exciting fighter, but he's a good boxer, but not my cup of tea. But he's a winner, but not something that gets me off my feet. But he's a champion. Nothing can take it away. Andre's boring because he hurts all his opponents, but the opponents are tomato cans. So did you say the same thing that Canelo Alvarez was fighting a tomato can versus John Ryder? Pap E, you ain't never came to my channel and say that Canelo Alvarez is fighting a tomato can in John Ryder. You never said that. But I get it. It sounds more cool to do it with Demetrius Andrade. Before was, but fight Liam Williams. They're mandatory, and then we'll see. He hurt Liam Williams. Matter of fact, he switched up to orthodox, switched back to southpaw, hit him with the 1-2, and dropped him with a 1-2. And he was throwing a lot of uppercuts. Go watch that fight again. Pelagatos, brother, dímelo. Boo Boo is there for money, brother. He showed yesterday trying to sell the fight, but the tickets by the pay-per-view, come on, man. He's going to sleep. Benavidez beating some ass on Thanksgiving. He said, Boo Boo is there for the money, brother. Do you know that every prize fighter is there for the money? Have you heard any prize fighter say, I'm fighting for free? What prize fighter you know does not fight for the money, Martin? What prize fighter you know don't fight for the money? What do you think they're fighting for? Of course, to take care of their family. Why do you think we work? That's their job. Guys, stop trying to devalue to say they're fighting for the money. We work. That's their job. That is their occupation. They fight for a living. Some of us work for a living, or we are own owners. We are entrepreneurs. We work to make a living. Either you want to flip burgers, either you want to clean up, be a custodian, be a teacher, be a doctor. You get paid for your services. Oh, he's just there for the money. Tell every fighter don't fight for the money. You ain't never gonna see a prize fighter then. Ain't nobody gonna risk their lives with no money. You know what I'm saying? Guys, come on, we're a boxing fan. Let's quit with this weak shit about fighters are fighting just for the money. Punch only does this. Punch only does this for the money. Steady gains in the building. What's good, man? Good looking out with a 5 peso. Super chatty parique. Guys, let's talk boxing, man. Sometimes I'm in the sometimes I'm in the mood to joke around, right? We could troll a little bit. Why downplay this fight? Why downplay this fight? David Benavidez could have picked anything else. Do you think that this is an easy fight for David Benavidez? You think that yeah. I'll fight David Benavidez. Yeah, I'll fight David Benavidez. Do you know that if Demetrius Andrade lose this fight, that it might be it? Who's gonna give him a title? Who's gonna give him a shot? And depending how he wins or lose, I mean, depending if he wins and loses. Marco said, I don't think they will allow Andrade to win on the cards. Canelo versus Benavidez is a huge fight. That's the same thing I thought with Manny Pacquiao and Jeff Horn. We don't know, man. We don't know. Now, is there corruption in the sport of boxing? Do they have their favoritism in the sport of boxing? Yeah. Who said that Canelo Alvarez versus Demetrius Andrade, if Demetrius Andrade KOs Benavidez, won't sell? Guys, let's not think that there's certain fights that can't sell, because one fight changes everything. One fight could change the market. One fight, one moment could change everything. We don't know. We don't know. I'm going to tell you like this. Do you think it was great business, right? Knowing how they was pushing Jesus Ramos, 22 years old, Mexican, he had a good fan base out there in Las Vegas. I went to the fight. There was a lot of Jesus Ramos fans. Do you think a Jesus Ramos, because people say it was a robbery, right? Oh my God, Lubin won, but it was a robbery. Did it make more business sense for Lubin to win or for Ramos to win? Think about it. Does it make more business sense for Ramos to win or to Lubin to win? So we don't know, man. We don't know. We don't know. That Horn decision made Teddy Atlas get himself fired on ESPN, as he should be. I don't like Teddy Atlas. I think Teddy Atlas is a pure hater of boxing. For me, Teddy Atlas is nothing but a spit bucket holder of Customado that's living off the shadows of Mike Tyson. That's what I feel about Teddy Atlas, to be honest. A loudmouth that's still living off Customado stories and Mike Tyson stories. That's the only relevancy of Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas is an underrated trainer. He got one Trainer of the Year award, just as much as Teofimo Lopez Sr. I think he's just a hater of everything that's good in boxing. He's a hater of Pacquiao, a hater of Floyd, a hater of Canelo, a hater of everything. He's really a guy that talks boxing to bring boxing down. He's really a guy now pumping UFC. That's how I feel about Teddy Atlas, to be honest. You mean overrated trainer? Yeah, he's an overrated. He's an overrated trainer. I'm sorry, not an underrated. He's an overrated trainer. He's an overrated guy in boxing overall, in my opinion. In the words of Punchy Dronky, YouTube is a cesspool of haters. Yeah. Especially. Albert, one of the members of Punchy Dronky Boxeo, said, this is the facts, though. Fight for Benavidez. Even his pops have said something like they wanted to see where they were when they fought Plant, to see how they do against fighters who can move and box. Facts. They know what's in front of them. They know what's in front of them. They know everybody in the industry, every matchmaker, promoter, ask any trainer about Demetrius Andrade. Ask any trainer about Demetrius Andrade and what he possesses. Look at every interview and what these boxing heads talk about Demetrius Andrade. They don't shit on Demetrius Andrade. None. Even Canelo Alvarez. Because yes, in that infamous get the fuck out of here, man, horrible fighter. But Canelo Alvarez said this is a 50-50 fight. With Caleb Plant, Canelo Alvarez didn't even respect Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez because he said it plain like that. They asked Canelo Alvarez, what do you think about David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant? And Canelo Alvarez said David Benavidez is too strong, too fast. What do you think about David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade? He's a good fight, 50-50. Whoop! This is planned for Canelo Alvarez. This is Benavidez. This is planned for Canelo Alvarez. But for Canelo Alvarez and Demetrius Andrade, boop, 50-50. Why? Fighters know what they're watching, bro. I don't understand how most of y'all didn't translate what people really think about Demetrius Andrade, the inside, the voices that actually matter. Why y'all never put that into y'all psyche? Like, yo, what is Tyson Fury really talking about? What is Sean Porter really saying? What it is about this guy? Like, at some point, Joe Flores in the building. Joe Flores! Benavidez said that Andrade is a dangerous man, so Benavidez is taking this fight very seriously. Facts. You never ask yourself. Y'all never ask yourself, yo, he hasn't fought this guy. He hasn't. All right. Just let me look at it from a different side. Because people have been saying the same thing about Demetrius Andrade for years. Why he hasn't fought these fights? Now, why he doesn't got these particular fighters in the resume, but why they never wanted to unify versus this guy though? Then let me do some homework. Low Nose Boxing, con los 2 pesos de Super Chatty K. Bill Haney was on TBV hating on T.O. to the fullest. Hey man, that's their channel. That's Bill Haney. That's who they want to pump. They got their opinions and stuff like that. We're talking about Canelo Alvarez. We're talking about Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez. Whatever goes out there, brother. Good looking out with the $2 super chat. Benavidez ain't worried about boo-boo punch. Be real. Yo, boy Andre is there knowing he's getting the biggest payday. And that payday he always dream about. Martin Mendoza. Do you know that Demetrius Andrade is getting paid? Let me ask you. All right. Because y'all know more than me. Martin. Martin, how much is Demetrius Andrade getting paid for this fight? Can you answer? Since you say that that Andrade is there knowing getting the biggest payday, how much is Demetrius Andrade getting paid for this fight? Martin Mendoza. If you can answer that for me, if you can answer that for everybody, since you know more than me, how much is he getting paid? Tip Bayless, con 2 pesos de plátano, Subriel Matias will be in as a undercard of Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez. You're correct. November 25th. Let's go. It's going to be a wonderful card, bro. A wonderful card. If he's getting more than $1 million, I'll be shocked, Marcus said. Nah, you know, sometimes it's funny that people that I understand people guess and stuff like that. But since you know, you're going to say, this person is my boy, so I should know. Maybe I should know. But you're saying he's getting paid more than he's ever gotten paid to fight David Benavidez? Only if y'all know. Northern American from Cali, what's good? Salud, Punch, Strong, Boxeo. One of the members of Ponte Tronqui. Dímelo, Northern. Thunder Production. What's good, man? Salute Punch. Good looking out with a $10 super chatty party que a comprar comida china mañana or after the live. Gracias, mi hermano. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. A lot of people be like, hey, yo, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These guys are just using Canelo Alvarez's name. To be honest, we're using Canelo Alvarez's name for this fight. But if you notice what David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade actually said, while Brian Custis kept alluding to Canelo Alvarez, what did Demetrius Andrade said about Canelo Alvarez yesterday in the press, in the post fight? I mean, in the press conference. F Canelo. What does David Benavidez saying? We're not worried about Canelo Alvarez. So for the people out there that be saying, yo, these guys are using Canelo Alvarez's name, they're not using it. They don't want to be talked about Canelo Alvarez. They don't even want to be asked about Canelo Alvarez. I know this for a fact, bro. Yo, even behind the scenes, if you had a conversation with Demetrius Andrade and you start mentioning Canelo Alvarez, he'll be like, he don't want to talk. He's done with this Canelo Alvarez stuff. If it appears there, it's there. But everybody in the industry, he kept on saying for years, Canelo Alvarez does whatever he wanted to do. It don't matter if who's mandatory, who's the mandatory or whatever. Canelo Alvarez picks his fight. Canelo Alvarez also said it himself. He does whatever he want to do. Nobody could control Canelo Alvarez. Bless him for that power. It takes a lot. It takes a good career for you to land in that type of power, like a Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and such like that. So trust me, every fighter would love to have the power that Canelo Alvarez has. And nothing bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Joe Flores. Good luck now with the Cinco Peso. Appreciate you, brother. If there's people out there that don't like Canelo Alvarez being used around this fight, then stop asking them about Canelo Alvarez. As soon as Demetrius Andrade comes out the podium and stuff like that, the reporters ask him about Canelo Alvarez. The first question to Demetrius Andrade was, if you win this fight, the elephant in the room is Canelo Alvarez. Who's going to fight the winner of Canelo Alvarez, Cinco de Mayo? If people don't like it, stop asking David Benavidez, stop asking Demetrius Andrade about Canelo Alvarez so they could talk about each other. We're doing it. I'm doing it. Look at my thumbnail. We're the ones that's pushing Canelo Alvarez onto Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez. Yet people saying, oh, stop waiting on payday. Fight each other. Stop thinking about Canelo Alvarez and do what you got to do. That's what David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade is actually saying. But we are the ones that bug them about Canelo Alvarez. Let's be real. Let's be honest. We want them to stop talking about him, but we're asking them about Canelo Alvarez. We're constantly doing it. Canelo ain't gonna fight him. We're bringing them up. I'm bringing them up because at the end of the day, it's what I want to see, right? We want to see the winner of this fight Canelo Alvarez. That's the ultimate goal in 168 because there's only one champion. Right? The same way we're going to be talking about Boots Ennis in the welterweight division, we're going to be talking about Boots and Bud because he's the undisputed. The only way that Boots become a champion when the welterweight division is by fighting Bud. The only way that Demetrius Andrade become a champion in the super middleweight division is to fight Canelo. The same thing with David Benavidez and everybody else in the super middleweight division. So that's, if they want to be the best and they want to be great, you got to talk about these fights. You got to be talking about who's the main guy. You got to be talking about the top dog. You say y'all should push for Canelo, and man, Janabek ain't nothing. Janabek is a hype job. Janabek ain't nothing but a hype job, and the YTBC ain't nothing but somebody to shame on Demetrius Andrade. That's it. He ain't nothing. Nobody cares about no damn Janabek. Who's talking about Janabek fight? Anybody? Anybody gonna waste their Saturday to watch Janabek? Anybody here? Any channels out here? Let me search Janabek. Let me say who's talking about him. Hold on. Let's see. Oh shit! They even had a weigh-in today. Huh? 3,000 people watched it. I get more of my videos. Huh? Who's talking about this fight? Look, Combat Sports, PE. They got no. Let me see. Who's talking about this fight other than Ain't nobody talking about that fight. Not one Janibek tweet came across. Hey yo, Tim Bayless. Ain't nobody hit me up. Hey yo, Tim, ain't nobody, you don't know, nobody ever asked me, yo, Punch, yo, you should do a video on Janibek, yo. Yo, did you see Janibek, yo? Yo, Punch, yo, man, did you know who is, man? Nobody give a damn about that Janibek, man. Nobody give a fuck about him. Once, yo, you know what it is, Tip? It was when he did the post-fight interview and said that he wouldn't fight Triple G while Triple G had the belts. So you ain't trying to be the man. You saying that you're Quasi style, whatever y'all want to call it and stuff like that. You got to beat the guy that is the Quasi style. You got to beat Triple G. And that's what I mean about the people that don't keep it consistent. He said, wow, so you do to Janibek what we do to Andrade. No, do to Janibek to see if do to Janibek like y'all do to Andrade. Let me see if y'all want to keep it consistent. I want you to trash. I want you to trash him right now. Trash him like I trashed Janibek. I mean, like I trashed. Let me see if y'all really a hater of Andrade or y'all keep the same energy. Is Janibek an email champion? I mean, we said that Haney's an email champion. He ain't never beat nobody for the belt. Huh? Who Janibek beat for the belt? No. But let's talk about Janibek now. Pop E, tell me how good Janibek is. Go ahead. It's easy for you because it just makes y'all feel better with the Canelo and the Andre. Talk how good Janibek is. Pap E, my brother, you never came to this channel. I know. I see the people in the chat. I know you, my brother. You're good. You good. I see you in the chat. You ain't never talk shit about no Janibek. Talk about Janibek. Tell me how good he is. Tell me how that fight was with Vaughn Alexander. Because the only reason y'all wanted to talk about Janibek was to shame Andre. That's the only narrative in the YTBC. You know what? I give a damn about Janibek. I'm being honest. Y'all didn't even watch Janibek fight. Let's be really be honest. I know this community very well. North American from Cali said Nello. Bob Aaron got to get that big fight for him. He didn't want the big fight. That's my point. My point was that he didn't want the big fight because he's not asking for Triple G. And because people don't keep it consistent. People dogged Canelo for saying that he wouldn't fight other Mexican fighters. But Janibek said that he doesn't fight Kazakhstan fighters and nobody gets on his case. And that's what I mean, that people in this community, I know when they want to talk about a particular fighter, why they give this fighter a particular credit for a particular argument. They're catering to a narrative. They cater to an argument. Once Janibek told the world in the post-fight interview, said that he wouldn't fight Triple G, that means how are you going to be the best at middleweight if you do not want to fight Triple G? You're looking, and then he says on a Twitter, if you ever looked at his Twitter, he said, I want to fight famous people. Hold on. Receipts. Let's go. Let's check the receipts. Let's check the receipts. Give me 1 second. Let's check the receipts. Give me 1 second. You remember when they was making fun of Demetrius Andrade fighting that he called out Chris Eubank Jr.? Why is Janibek calling out Chris Eubank Jr.? Hold on. I got you right here. Give me 1 second. I'll find it real quick. Give me 1 second. Look at this guy. Why does he need Golovkin? He was talking about Chris Eubank. Do you know why he doesn't mention my name? Because I'm a nightmare. There's only one king in the middleweight, and that's me. He is easy work. Go fight. Why Janabek? Why you go fight Triple G? If you're not the king. He's already calling himself a king at middleweight. You ain't beat nobody. Hold on. I got you right here. When I collect all titles in my division, you all know who I will fight. I will not say that he is too small for middleweight. Never wanted to fight Triple G though. Oh. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I don't like when my name is not in the pound for pound rankings. I have to fix this. Now you know my one more target. This guy think that his name should be a pound for pound. Me the tigre. He's not. He already got brain damage already. He doesn't like that his name is not mentioned in the pound for pound list. He hit the thing. Thank you, Locke. Janabek versus Triple G will be, but he don't want no part of Triple G.
Boxer. I am the middleweight king. Let's go fight. Top rank. Who is next? Who is next? Champions and the boxing super.
He wants the superstars. So this is next. Man, please, you fighting go get out of here, bro. Triple G will still beat the crap out of this guy, man. I seen enough. I seen him on the come up. He ain't nothing. He ain't no. He's easy work. He's like Montana Love to me, to be honest. There's certain fighters on the come up that to me is like I already see that they're not gonna last. They're gonna get beaten. They trying hard to make him the next Triple G, but look at his fights early in the early fights. Vaughn Alexander, in my opinion, won a split decision. They give it to Janabek. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as they start putting hands on Janabek, then the matchmakers put him in against a fighter that got no punching power. He's gonna get got. I'm telling y'all right now. I think Maul could take Janabek. I'm telling you, Janabek is not all that. I'm telling you. He's got a good amateur background, but if you watch his fights, I don't think people watch Janabek. I think people just in the YTBC use them as some type of narrative to shame somebody else. But yeah, man, I think that there's gonna be a great fight. The press conference was good in my opinion. I think that both of these guys that was acting who they are. You know what I'm saying? They're presenting who they are. Demetrius Andrade was talking about tickets. Yeah, it's pay-per-view. You want to buy it? Yeah, you got to sell the fight. It's gonna be a good fight. It's worth the money. It's worth the money. It's gonna be a great weekend with the family. You know what I'm saying? On Thursday, you're gonna get the probably a super a football fight. On Friday, you're gonna eat your turkey sandwiches and stuff like that. On Saturday, your family's still gonna be in town. There's gonna be a wonderful fight that's gonna lead. Look, in boxing, everything is about anticipations, right? So this fight is gonna anticipate what's gonna be next for the king of boxing, which is Canelo Alvarez, right? Because this fight is really this fight right here, because right now people are they want to see David Benavidez and Canelo. or the winner of this and Canelo, Bud Crawford, Canelo. That's good. This is going to eliminate Bud Crawford and this Canelo Alvarez talk for good. Because I'm saying like this: if David Benavidez beat Demetrius Andrade, and if let's say he beats him, schooling him. Let's say if David Benavidez schools Demetrius Andrade, which I highly doubt, but let's give these type of scenarios. If David Benavidez schools Demetrius Boo Andrade, and he already outboxed a guy like Caleb Plant, IQ is going to be one of David Benavidez alongside with his physical attributes, power, speed, and everything. But if he outboxes Demetrius Boo Andrade, which is one of the heaviest bags in the sport of boxing, technically wise, if he outboxes Demetrius Andrade, his IQ is going to be looked at one of the best IQs in the sport of boxing, because now you're defeating a southpaw in that manner of, if he outboxes Demetrius Andrade, undefeated, 2 division Olympian, right? He beat Caleb Plant. His stamina was up. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It wasn't a monster. But what David Benavidez did that night versus Caleb Plant, it showed the people that I got the stamina, and I also have the IQ to outbox the technician, outbox the boxer. So we could see this a whole different type of way, right? If Demetrius Boo Andrade stops David Benavidez, then his critique of, oh, he doesn't have all that punching power, he's not a knockout artist. Demetrius Andrade never presented himself as a knockout artist. He always presented himself as a technician, in which he is. That got respectable power. He's not a Mike Tyson. He's not a knockout artist. But Demetrius Andrade, like every opponent, like every sparring partners have said about Demetrius Andrade, that he got this respectable power. Everybody knows. Analyze the fight really, really good, and you will see that this is going to be a one hell of a fight. I'm supporting this fight, brother. I'm in Vegas, so I'll be there hoping to meet you, my brother. I respect you, even I don't always agree with you. Martin Mendoza said, of course, I'm going to be out there as well. Yeah, man, we'll get a drink. Hey, yo, Martin, my favorite drink out there is, ¿cómo se llama? El drink. It's like a Blue Long Island. It's not Vominos. Is what is the name of it? Is what's the name of it? That drink in Vegas. I forgot. But it's my favorite drink. Like the Blue Long Island. But yeah, man, we got one of those, man. If Andre knocks out David, that would be crazy as. All I'm saying, man, he better look after that overright left hand. That overright left hand and that overright right hand. Let me tell you a little shaker. He ain't really a lefty. Anything possible in the sport of boxing. I think that's highly possible as well. I think he got respectable power. We've seen David Benavidez get dropped before. We've seen Demeanor get dropped. So there was some vulnerability in both fighters if they all balance, right? If they get hit with a good shot. I think everybody could get hit with a good shot and get buzzed and get dropped. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get hit with a good shot. That's what we got to read. And that's why we love and respect the chin of Canelo Alvarez, because we've seen Canelo Alvarez get hit with shots. Man, that dude got the best. I think Canelo Alvarez got the best chin in the history of the sport of boxing. I'm going out there on the limb and say Canelo Alvarez got the best chin in the history of the sport of boxing. I'm going out there and say, yeah, for me, in my opinion, he got a better chin than Julio Cesar Chavez. Yes. I don't give a damn what anybody say. I think that Canelo Alvarez got the best chin because his chin holds up in every division he's ever been, and he's got hit by the power punchers of those respected division. He got hit by Triple G and never even got buzzed. He got hit by Kovalev. He got hit by Daniel Jacobs. He got hit with Bivol. He got hit by Sergey Kovalev. Like, yo, he got the best chin I ever seen. I don't care what anybody say. I seen enough. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? I just seen enough with different type of punchers. I seen enough. Canelo Alvarez got the best chin. is on par with Jake LaMotta. You know, I ain't see all the fights. I seen every Canelo Alvarez fight. I seen every televised Canelo Alvarez fight. He got the best chin, bro. He got the best chin. He got the best chin, man. Because he got hit by skillful punchers, skillful fighters, not wild punchers, not no Ricardo Mayorga type of wild punchers. He got hit with guys that are destructive punchers. Triple G is known for being a destructive puncher. Kovalev is known to be a destructive puncher. Kovalev killed the man in the ring. Let's not forget about that, folks. Kovalev killed the man in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Cotto got pop as well. Cotto got pop, and let's remember he moved up. Even when y'all want to mention Kirkland was known for power. Yeah, the skill set ain't no elite, but we seen enough of Canelo Alvarez taking shots, and dude don't even move, bro. That's why he could compete at 175, not just because of the skills, it's because he could take a punch. I think with Canelo Alvarez is more of accumulation punches and being outboxed. I don't think nobody can outslug Canelo. I don't think Canelo. It's hard for me to see him. I don't see him being demoralized. You know what I'm saying? And one thing it's three things that you got to credit. Three things that you got to credit Canelo Alvarez for why he is the way that he is. You got to credit the skills. You got to credit his chin. And you got to credit that at this stage of his life, career, the money that he owns gasoline stations. This dude has businesses all over the States and Mexico. He don't even need to fight. His dedication to stay on top is why he's dangerous. He has the same type of dedication of Manny Pacquiao, the same dedication as Floyd Mayweather and discipline, where you're looking at these guys like, yo, you got it all. How can you stay hungry? See, at this point of his career, this is fun. This is his little hobby. It's not even, I don't even think I see this for Canelo Alvarez like a career anymore. Because he don't need to do this anymore. Let's be real, let's be honest. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer. That's it. Again, ain't nothing that David Benavidez could give him. Ain't nothing to let's be real, let's be honest. Let's be real, let's be honest. Jamal Charlo ain't gonna give him anything. But Crawford ain't gonna give him anything. Andre is not gonna give him anything. Benavidez is not gonna give him anything. That's it. Like, even if these fights happen, they're enhancing their legacy more than Canelo. Because if Canelo beats David Benavidez, in all actuality, what does Canelo Alvarez gain? Significantly. I'm not gonna say that you don't gain anything. You add more to the respect, you add a little bit more to the resume and stuff like that. Because you might inherit their resume. But in all actuality, what does he really win? I've been saying it for quite some time. Canelo Alvarez has already separated himself from his contemporaries. Canelo has been clipped, Triple G 3 times. Sergey Kovalev, Cotto, Kirkland, Jacob, and Canelo Alvarez walked straight through everyone's power punch like nothing. Iron chin, 100% Malik. Yep. Facts, Malik. He got an incredible chin, and look at the resume. Look at the resume of punchers. This ain't a guy that never just faced punchers. So, look, if you want to beat Canelo Alvarez, look, yeah, Bivol beat him to you know why I feel like Canelo Alvarez beats Bivol in a rematch? I'm saying it right now. Canelo Alvarez beats Bivol in a rematch. Cut it. You can edit this however you want. Canelo Alvarez beats Demetrius Bivol in the rematch. Why I say that? I feel that the game plan beat Canelo Alvarez more than the skills and the attributes or whatever. I think the game plan was all wrong. I think there was. I think that there was. He was in invincible mode, and everything was working. The same game plan Smith, the same game plan even the Southpaw and Billy Joe Saunders, the same game plan with Kalen Plant, the same approach, the same game plan, the same way I want to break down the fighter. I'm gonna hit him everywhere into the body, the hips, the arms, and stuff like that. And he figured out that damn, we should have really game planned for Bivol. He went and tried to execute the same game plan versus Demetrius Bivol to a Kalen Plant, to a Saunders, and you know there was no real game plan. And in the corner, there was no adjustments. I think if they have a game plan for Bivol, a real game plan for Bivol, he's gonna go back to the drawing board, and I think he beats Bivol because as much as you got to give credit to Bivol, I just still don't see him as this fighter that can get beaten up. I think that Canelo Alvarez beats him in the rematch. Rigo said Hopkins said Canelo would give cruiserweight hell. We know that. I think game plan. I think game plan hurt Canelo Alvarez more than the technical side of things. That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong. Canelo needs to fight Bivol like he fought Jacobs. Yep. And it's like I said yesterday, you know what I'm saying? I even feel that people has tried to stop the growth of Canelo Alvarez. I think that people, even the boxing community, even his own fans, has tried to shame Canelo from evolving. And I'm going to tell you like this. The best Canelo I seen, the best Canelo, in my opinion, then when I saw, wow, he went from here to here, his growth, he's gotten better, actually was the fight that he got critiqued the most. The best Canelo Alvarez to me was the fight that he got critiqued the most. Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G 1. When I saw Canelo Alvarez using his legs like we never seen before, he was elusive. He was tagging Triple G on the outside. He was pivoting off the ropes. He was circling back to the middle of the ring. Yo, that Canelo Alvarez was a dangerous Canelo Alvarez. But the people, even his own people, was trying to shame him because people thought that Canelo Alvarez and Triple G 1 was going to be rock'em sock'em in the middle of the ring. No movement, just bam, 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 bam. And Canelo Alvarez said, I got something new that I learned. And I said to myself, this Canelo Alvarez, nobody beat. I'm not saying that the fight wasn't a draw. I'm not saying that maybe Triple G could have got that victory over Canelo Alvarez. I don't think it was a robbery. Maybe one scorecard spoils it for the whole event, but I don't think it was a robbery. Matter of fact, the first time I actually watched it, I didn't score it. It looked like, but because it was different, the approach. He said the first fight with Triple G won at least 8 to 4 rounds. I'm gonna give you my. I'm not saying I'm right. This is my observation and my assessment of that first fight. I didn't even believe that Canelo Alvarez will add to the toolbox like he did. I think people saw that fight as Triple G being the aggressor, and they're giving it to Triple G. I saw a whole different type of Canelo Alvarez, a Canelo Alvarez that wasn't expected even by his fans. So then in the second fight, remember, they were saying, you don't even fight Mexican style. That was the shaming of Canelo Alvarez. You ain't fight Mexican style. You ain't fight Mexican style. Fight me Mexican style. Sanchez was shaming him. Other fans and other boxing analysts was shaming Canelo Alvarez because what Canelo Alvarez actually did in that first fight is give y'all what y'all didn't expect. He gave y'all an elusive Canelo Alvarez that we never seen before, but that was a growth of Canelo Alvarez. We seen a slick Canelo Alvarez, and around that time, and I'm gonna tell you like this, y'all not gonna like what I'm gonna say. Canelo Alvarez, that moment, evolutionized the Mexican style. Yes, I said it. because the Mexican style always been perceived as this rock'em sock'em, standing in front of you. Let's just throw blows. I hit you, you hit me. I hit you, you hit me, you hit me, I hit you. Just stay in the middle of the ring. Bam, 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 bam. And what Canelo Alvarez presented was a slick Mexican with elusiveness, a type of style that wasn't a tradition Mexican style. So right away, people was like, oh, well, Canelo Alvarez lost that fight. Nah. Canelo Alvarez caught everyone off guard. So when I first saw the fight, and there was on a fight party, I said, damn, it's a draw, maybe Triple G won. Yeah, man, I think. When I saw it again, I'm going to be honest. When I saw it again, when I did my film study, because, you know, when you drinking and you watching a fight, you want to see a fight. But when I scored it again, I actually had Canelo Alvarez 115, 113. I didn't see no robbery. I saw the evolution of Canelo Alvarez that people was not ready for his evolution. I saw the evolution of Mexican style fighting that at that time, because los mexicanos le gustan el guerrero, los mexicanos le gustan, they love war. They love war. And remember, they love war. They don't like that little slick shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that Mayweather type of style. They love a war. That's what they're known for. Oscar de la Hoya give you wars. Canelo Alvarez gave you wars and stuff like that. But they used to it. Canelo Alvarez evolutionized the Mexican style fighting on that Triple G1. To the point, that's why Sanchez, Triple G, wanted to shame him because he couldn't compete. He couldn't get Canelo Alvarez in the first fight. You know who you heard when people say, oh man, Kell Brook exposed Triple G. Kell Brook exposed Triple G. Canelo Alvarez exposed Triple G in the first fight. That's why he wasn't good versus Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs was getting the best of Triple G as well. Triple G couldn't fuck with elusiveness. Even Mayweather peeped that. When he said Triple G is straight up and down, no special effects. Canelo Alvarez exposed Triple G as being cement feet. So what does Canelo Alvarez did? Okay, that's how you seen the evolution of Canelo Alvarez. Because the first Canelo Alvarez was way different from the second Canelo Alvarez, meaning that Canelo Alvarez have two styles. So then Canelo Alvarez, after the Triple G, okay, all right, y'all shaming me. Y'all saying that I'm not fighting like a Mexican. You trying to say that you're more Mexican than me. Okay, I'm going to beat you in the traditional Mexican style. But in reality, if you look at the first Canelo Alvarez and the first Canelo Alvarez of the Triple G and the second Canelo Alvarez, it was two totally different Canelo Alvarez, which tells you that Canelo Alvarez's bag is heavier than what you think. The thing is this, and I'm going to say it again. The boxing world, pugilists, certain analysts, certain fighters, even his own fan base did not recognize or identify or did not allow Canelo Alvarez to evolve himself. Y'all wanted Canelo Alvarez to stay within the tradition Mexican style in which he grew out of. If the Canelo, I'm gonna tell you like this though. If the Canelo Alvarez of the Triple G1 would have fought Bivol that way, Bivol would have never won. Yeah, I said it. The Canelo Alvarez won versus Triple G. The elusive Canelo Alvarez would have never lost to Bivol. Would have never lost to Bivol. That Canelo style smokes the 68 division. And this is why I'm always saying that Canelo Alvarez is the favorite to be ever. When I say, look, the winner of David Benavidez, look at the question, look at the poll that I asked. I said, will the winner of Benavidez versus Andrade be the favorite in the betting lines? I ain't say that they're going to be the favorite to beat Canelo. That's not what I said. I said the favorite in the betting lines. You hear me, folks? in the betting lines. Canelo Alvarez has a heavier bag than what people give him credit for. Y'all just don't allow him to blossom. I've noticed that from the community. Trust me. Go watch it again. I'm not talking on my ass. Canelo Alvarez have a heavier bag than what y'all think. Oh, he doesn't got footwork. Canelo Alvarez have footwork. Y'all don't even allow him to use his footwork. Y'all shame him when he does use his footwork. Y'all like y'all did versus Triple G. If Canelo Alvarez used his slickness with the power punching and the chin, if Canelo Alvarez shows you all his repertoire, if you allow him and he allows himself, nobody beats Canelo Alvarez. The thing is, sometimes people want to limit, and sometimes it does play the psyche of fighters. Fighters do listen to us. However, people that's why fighters, they know when they go to have a press conference, they know who is who. You know what I'm saying? You see Wilder doesn't want to talk to TBV. You saw Tyson Fury doesn't want to talk to Ellie. You see certain boxing content creators. The Haney's know who Punch Drunk Boxing is. They know who I am. They hear the critique. Every fighter. I'm gonna tell you like this. This is the community that only talks about boxing. If a fighter wants to be heard, wants to listen to what people feel about them, they're gonna go to Twitter and they're gonna go to the YTBC. Every fighter be on Twitter. Every fighter be on the YTBC. Every fighter knows their haters or they're people that's heavily critical. Look at Canelo Alvarez. When I post a video of the guy on ESPN, what's his name? The guy on ESPN Deporte that be hating on Canelo Alvarez. He didn't want to talk to him. He want to give him an interview. He know who he is. So sometimes that play in the psyche. You don't think that when we're saying that, I'm gonna give you an example. Devin Haney is a boring fighter. Devin Haney is pillow fisted. He's pillow fisted. Then after the fight with Jorge Linares, he asks Jorge Linares, what did Devin Haney ask Jorge Linares? Do I got punching power? What did Devin Haney ask Cambosa in the first fight? Do you feel my power? You know why? Because that's in the psyche of Devin Haney. He hears that people saying that he's pillow fisted, so he wants the clarification from his opponent. Do I have punching power? So when Canelo Alvarez heard and they was trying to shame him into fighting the Rock'em Sock'em tradition or the traditional Mexican style, stand on your square, stand on the booth and fight it out, slip it right there, slip those punches right there, don't move. Canelo Alvarez gave y'all the boxing, the Mexican tradition. But y'all didn't allow Canelo Alvarez. Y'all wasn't happy with his evolution. Sometimes fans are not happy with the evolution because they already became a fan of a particular style. Right? Certain fighters certain people are not ready to see their favorite fighter evolved because they already became a fan of that particular fight. Right? Let's be real. Let's be honest. Some people don't want to see something different. Right? Certain people evolve. But in the end of the day, the fans want to see knockouts. The fight, we want to see a fight in the end of the day because that's why we tell each other, hey, yo, you're going to watch the fight. We don't be like, yo, you're going to watch the boxing exhibition. We're going to see the boxing bout. We're going to watch the boxing bouts. You know what I'm saying? We say we want to see the fight. So at the end of the day, the boxing fans want to see a fight. But there's fighters that do evolve. And sometimes you don't allow them or respect how they evolve because you're stuck being the fan, that the style that got you as a fan. Keith Thurman, Keith Thurman is one of my favorite fighters. He's knocking everybody out. Came out knocking everybody out. Then when he went to the distance with Leonard Bundu, they said, oh, once upon a time. That's when they started giving him a nickname. When he shows you 12 rounds of footwork, jab. I'm going to tell you like this. Keith Thurman and the amateurs never had a jab. right? So when he evolved and actually was throwing the jab, setting up with the jab and stuff like that, I seen, whoa, Keith Thurman has gotten better. But for the fans is, Keith Thurman lost his power. He should have knocked down Leonard Bundu. Earl Spence, he should have knocked down Mikey Garcia. And Earl Spence is telling people, but I want to show people that I could box. Say side in the building. Look at what they say about Boots. Boots was beating everybody up, and then he fights Karen. And then what the people say? Boots ain't ready. Boots ain't all that. But he won every round. He showed elusiveness. Remember, it's a career. That fight right there might save him because he's going to know how to use his foot. Just like for Keith Thurman, when he got hurt, you saw the footwork of Keith Thurman, but you would have seen the footwork of Keith Thurman if you never did see the Leonard Bundu fight. We talk about Canelo Alvarez's lack of stamina in the last several fights. But if Canelo Alvarez would have never, if Canelo Alvarez would have never won a whole 12 with Jermell Charlo, and if he would have knocked out Jermell Charlo in the 7th round, or in the 5th round, or in the 4th round, or in the 3rd round, then the number one critique that we had and the question that we had of Canelo Alvarez would have never been answered. See, even with him going 12 versus Jermell Charlo, answered the only question that I had of Canelo Alvarez, that it was like, yo, he's declining. His stamina is not up to par. And if his stamina is not up to par, he's going to lose. I feel like he's going to lose. If his stamina keeps on declining, he's going to lose in the championship rounds if his stamina is not up to par. What did Canelo Alvarez showed us? That he went to the mountains, he was running miles. His team told me he's been running 5 to 6 miles a day, right? He hasn't done that in a long time. I was talking to his team. That's what his team told me. And I said, okay, all right. It showed up. His stamina was great. The only question that I had of Canelo Alvarez was his stamina. But if Canelo Alvarez didn't go a whole 12 rounds, that would have never answered the question about his stamina. So as much as people could critique his performance, that, oh, you should have never gone a whole 12 round with Jermell Charlo, he answered it by going a whole 12 round, because he would have never gone a whole 12 round. He would have never answered the question that I had. Fundora versus Janabek will be cool. Fundora, he got to get, Fundora, the thing about Fundora don't know how to use his height, man. He just want to fight. He gotta understand that he's a 6'6", and he got to use that jab and use his distance, and then close in very smart. He just want to bang. I already knew Fundora that his days was numbered. His days was numbered. The way that he fights, his days was numbered. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he likes to fight. There's certain fighters that they just want to fight, and they don't, and they just don't want to use their natural. 3 fighters I could say does the same thing. Brandon Figueroa does the same thing. He could have, I think that Brandon Figueroa could have beaten Stephen Fulton, but he doesn't use his height. He doesn't give him his natural ability how to identify it and use his range. You know what I'm saying? He just want to go out there and fight, and bang, there you go. The same thing with Fundora. The same thing happened to Paul Williams. If Paul Williams wanted to use his jab and be disciplined and keep you at bay, nobody would have beaten Paul Williams. Nobody. I'm sorry. Nobody was going to. If Paul Williams just wasn't a banger, pause. If Paul Williams just really wanted to keep you at bay, oh my God, man. Damn, man. And you know that Paul Williams was on the verge. Remember, before the accident, you know he was going to be fighting. The fight was scheduled to fight Canelo Alvarez. For the people that saying that Canelo Alvarez is afraid of fighters and shit like that, man, Canelo Alvarez was going to face Paul Williams. And Paul Williams got into that accident. Man, that would have been, oh my God, that would have been a fight right there. Man, that would have been a fight. But yeah, man, I went a little bit early today, man. Good looking out for the people that supported the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like. Send the super chats. Thank you for the contributions. It's gonna be a wonderful fight. I can't wait for Thanksgiving week. Probably gonna drop some videos later on and stuff like that. Maybe, hey, I'll go live again later on. I wanted to go live a little earlier and stuff like that. Had the time, so, and I apologize if I'm not going live at, you know, a consistent time frame. But good looking out for those that supported and tuned in. I probably dropped a couple videos or go live even later. Let's see how the day go out. Love y'all. God bless and have the rest of your day a good day. Go to happy hour, get yourself a good drink, talk boxing, talk to your loved ones. You already know, man. It's Punch on Boxing. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.